Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in this fireside chat. And yeah, today we are talking about the immigration of healthcare workers, but in particular, we are looking at nurses from Nigeria to the UK. Of course, Nigerians are moving to every other country to work, Australia, the US, Canada, and so many other countries. But our focus today is on the UK. And we have our guest here who is going to take us through a step-by-step procedure, tell us all that is involved in immigrating from Nigeria to the UK to work as a nurse. And yeah, you need to stay with us because we have some other packages for you at the end of the video, at the end of the recording. You will talk about some other routes where non-healthcare workers or workers, people who are not nurses, can also take advantage of. So would equally talk about that. But at the moment, just like Indians are, offering technological-based services all around the world, and they are known for that. So Nigeria, in the same vein, probably because of the economic situation, it has made Nigeria to be one of the highest exporters of healthcare workers, specifically the nurses. So at this time, we have our guest here, which is Linus is his name. So he's going to take us through this session at this time. And yeah, he has had some work experience in Nigeria here before he moved over to the UK. And he specializes in psychiatry. So he will be joining us now from the UK. So Emmanuel Linus, you are welcome to the chat.
Thank you very much, Chief.
So at this time, yeah, I've already introduced my guests, so we'll just go straight to the point. We want to look at the steps or the overview of the entire process, from moving from Nigeria to the UK. We want to look at the steps, we want to look at the preparation, I want to look at what is involved. Yeah, because of course we know that information is power, and if you are not informed, of course you are deformed in any endeavor of life. So information is very important, and we are bringing to you a step-by-step procedure on how to move. Probably you're a nurse, or maybe you have a friend that is a nurse. You can share this video, share this recording with your friend. Let them get to know what is really involved. So now you're looking at the steps involved in the whole process of moving to the UK as a nurse to work. So yeah, Emmanuel, over to you about the steps.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ifyok. I'm quite happy to be here. So my name is Emmanuel Linus, as he rightly mentioned, and I've worked in the UK for a while now as a mental health nurse. So I'm happy to share my experiences and also the step I took, which other nurses in Nigeria are currently taking to come to the UK, because UK has a large workforce, healthcare workforce, and the floor is open for everybody. So at any point in time, you see yourself, you feel you can start the process, and if you are committed and willing, you see yourself in the UK in no distance time. So the steps are quite simple. First of all, you need to do your international passport. After your international passport, you prepare for IELTS, write the exams and pass. You open an account with the Nursing and Midwifery Council in UK, and they will send your documents in, and they will ask Nursing and Midwifery Council in Nigeria to verify those documents and confirm that you're a nurse in Nigeria. After then, you now write a computer-based test, which is being set by Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK. And when you pass that exams, you start looking for nursing jobs in the UK. When you've successfully gotten the job, you are now set to apply for your visa, after which you'll be ready to come to the UK to practice as a nurse. So those are the steps. But as we go along, I'm going to make it more detailed uh, and then provide more context about what is really involved in the process.
Okay, so thank you, Emmanuel. So you talked about the exam from the Nursing Council in UK, if I got you right.
Yeah,
Okay, so how is that done? Is it a computer-based test or how is it done?
it's actually a computer-based test that you will take in Nigeria before you start looking for a job in the UK. The exams is in two parts. The computer-based test that you are going to take while you are in Nigeria, and the second part is the practical aspect of the same exams that you will take when you've arrived in the UK. So that is how it is.
Okay, all right. Thank you for the clarification. So now
Yeah.
I want to look at the requirements, in terms of certification. What certification should a nurse in Nigeria have in order to equip himself or herself for the immigration process to the UK to work?
All right. So we have about five nursing specialties that international nurses can register with the UK Nurse and Midwifery Council in order for them to come in and practice as nurses in the UK. We have the mental health nurse, we have the learning disability nurse, we have the adults nurse, we have the children nurse, and we have the nursing associate. So this depends on um, which specialty you had when you were in Nigeria. So, for instance, nurses that are mental health nurses will apply to be registered as a mental health nurse in the UK, while nurses that have their registered nurses and possibly maybe have a BSc nursing who want to apply to come and work in the UK as adult nurses. So we have a lot of nurses that have this that fall within this category. Yeah. So basically, one of the major requirements is that you must have been a nurse, either a registered nurse or you have your specialty maybe in mental health or pediatrics or whatever specialty you have, and you need to look into the specialties that is being offered by Nursing and Midwifery Council in UK and see which of them will your specialty fit into. So you must have been a nurse, registered nurse or BSc holder. You must be able to pass IELTS, that is the English requirement, an English exam that is required for someone to practice or live in a foreign country. And you should be able to have your license, your nursing license that is up to date. And you need to have police clearance. You need a certificate from the police saying that you are not faulted for any form of crime. Those are basically the requirements and certifications that you need.
Okay.
Apart from the professional certifications, you need the IELTS, the TB certificate, you need the police clearance, and you need the international passport.
Okay, thank you so much. So, normally nursing in Nigeria comes in two routes. Either maybe somebody went to School of Nursing, or maybe the person did BSc Nursing. So for BSc Nursing, we know that while doing the BSc, you would get your RN, you would equally get your BSc, and you would get your professional, maybe registered midwife or psychiatry, which is more like it is a double qualification
Yeah.
course. That's what it's called. So
Yeah.
I'm asking because if somebody went to school of nursing, then after that, the person has not yet gotten, like maybe has not yet become a registered midwife, and the person just has an RN, just RN. Is the person eligible to apply, or the person must have
Yes.
gone ahead
It-
to be a registered midwife or specialize in psychiatry, or what's?
Yeah. So for the UK Nursing and Midwifery Council, their basic requirement is that you must have been a registered nurse. So if you have
Okay,
those specialty certifications or BSc, it's just an additional advantage.
okay,
So
okay,
if you are registered nurse, that is, you've gone to school of nursing for 3 years and you have your registered nursing certificate, you are eligible to start this process. All you need
okay,
is 6 months to 1 year hospital experience,
okay,
uh, and then you are good to go. That's the basic requirement. So if you have any specialty, maybe like mental health, yeah, you can now apply to work as a mental health nurse in the UK with your registered nursing certificate. You are eligible to apply as an adult nurse to come into the UK to work.
okay, okay. That's clarified. Thank you. So
Thank
we
you.
want to look at the process of getting a job. So after having the requirements, how does it translate to getting a job in the UK?
Okay, so before now, we used to have agencies in the UK that were actively recruiting from Nigeria, to recruiting for nurses from Africa to come to the UK to work. But at some point, there was a rule that there should not be active recruitment from countries in the UK red list, which most of the countries in that list are from Africa. So currently, we are, as a nurse, you have to source for jobs over here by yourself, and the vacancies are quite open. So all you need is just to go to the internet. You can go to sites like Track Jobs, NHS.com, Indeed, so many job sites of which the link might be
Yeah,
somewhere
I'll
in the
put the
video.
link
Yeah,
on the
so
description
it's,
video. Yeah.
it's quite not as difficult as it could be. Just get to those sites, search for jobs, apply directly, and you'll be contacted directly by the hospital. And if your CV or work experience or your qualification is quite top notch, you will be invited for an interview, which most times normally takes place via Zoom call. So that is
Okay.
how it is.
Okay. So he made mention of CV being top notch. So that's one of the services I render at Grad Scholar. So if you need your CV to be professional, of course, your CV needs to be professional in order to pull through the process. So you can always reach out to me, gradscholar2021 at gmail.com. You would see the email on your screen. So you can reach out to me for a professional touch on your CV, because you need that. You know, CVs nowadays must be streamlined. You may have had work experience in many fields. However, when applying for a job, there are relevant experiences you must include in your CV that would be able
Yeah.
to land you the job you are looking for. So that's exactly why if you do not have one, you can always reach out to me. So thank you. So now, how is the remuneration? That's the pay. You know, is it really worth it? You know, coming out of my country and I'm trying to apply for a job in the UK. What's the remuneration like?
All right.
Or
So
can you?
in terms of the pay package, it depends on the city that you are going to work, and then it also depends on the health sector you are coming to work in the UK. For instance, we have the NHS, which is run by the government, um, we have the private, which is owned by individuals, and we also have the care homes, which is also owned by individual or maybe corporate organizations. So it depends on which of them you are coming to work. It is commonly noticed that private and care homes, they pay more than NHS, but there are also some benefits that might not be monetary that is attached to working with the NHS. But in terms of the pay, private and care homes can pay as much as £30,000 per year, while NHS can pay up to 25 to 27,000 pounds per year. Yeah, so it also depends on the city. For instance, people that are in London, it tends to get something higher based on the cost of living over
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
as compared to people that are in other cities like Manchester, Liverpool, and the likes. Um, their pay can be a little bit lower based on the economic situation, housing, and the bills. So that is it differs. So average is 25 to 30,000 pounds per year for a nurse. Most times, in most cases, mental health nurses, depending on the kind of unit you are working, tends to earn higher compared to some other specialties. But at the end of the day, it's that depends, like I said, depends on where you are working. And sometimes I've heard situations where people have had to negotiate for whatever they want. So it also depends on your negotiating power. You can negotiate based on how significant your role is in the hospital. You can negotiate, and then you can go with a better pay compared to what your colleagues are receiving.
yeah. So you are telling us that the power to negotiate is about probably your experiences, your qualification.
Yeah,
Say you've worked in Nigeria for like maybe 5 or 7 years, and
yeah,
you've got solid hospital experience. Probably you've even had more qualification, so you can stand better chances to negotiate your pay. However, even though someone has not had all of that, it just has the minimum qualification, the person is still eligible to the amount that is, paid for the private care homes and maybe the NHS. So, but on the average, if somebody goes out to work in the UK, whether you have the ability or the power to negotiate or not, you would still be at a better state, than offering your nursing services here in Nigeria. That's just the bottom line.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. So how about accommodation? Does the hospital take care of accommodation? Is it included in the pay package, or how does it work?
Okay, so sometimes um some hospitals can offer 3 months accommodation, 1 month accommodation, or up to 6 months accommodation, depending on um, the hospital and depending on the peculiar situation of the individual. Yeah, so after which you will have to source for accommodation yourself. um, Most of the time the hospital will always support a nurse to settle in quite well in terms of accommodation, and then in terms of choice of a conducive area to live in. So it's actually not a very difficult part of the process, because the hospital will always support. Sometimes they give the accommodation for free, which could range from 1 month to maximum of 6 months. And then talking about the prices of accommodation, again, it depends on the area you are living, and it depends on your taste. If you are someone that likes extreme comfort and you want a very decent environment, you have to pay for it. And
Yeah,
if you are
luxury.
someone that would put up with a manageable environment, just some place that you can be comfortable, it can be quite affordable. Um, can be quite affordable. In some instances, there are shared accommodation where you only have to be in your room, and then sometimes the toilet will be in suite in the room. Then you have the kitchen and the sitting room shared with others. So in such accommodation, might not pay much. You see some of them as low as £350 per month, or maximum of £500 per month, depending on where you are staying. But if you want maybe a one-bedroom flat where you have control over everything, maybe the kitchen is yours, the sitting room, so you could think of paying up to 500, £700 per month, which bills are not inclusive. So it depends. Again, it depends on the area, depends on your taste, depends on what you want. But um, accommodation is, to me, is quite affordable, depending on
Okay.
what you are looking for.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So we now move to the visa processes and the required documents. So let's say at this point you've gotten the right requirements, you've gotten on the right website to begin to make applications, and say you've got a job offer this time. Congratulations if you've reached this stage. So the next step you'll be looking out for is your visa application, the process, the document. So could you tell us about this?
Okay, thank you so much. Talking about visa, you must have um, gotten a job with a verified health institution in the UK that has the ability to sponsor you as an overseas nurse. So if this is the case, the hospital will give you what we call certificate of sponsorship, and is one of the requirement that you need to, one of the document that you need to be able to apply for your visa. So sometimes the hospital can also pay for your visa and then send the link to you uh, for you to fill your details and book for your visa date. But in some other cases, you might have to be the one to pay for the visa yourself. And after paying for the visa, you now choose a date to do your visa biometrics. So the documents you will likely need for this for your visa application and the biometrics on that day, for everything to be successful, as follows: you need your international passport, you need your IELTS result, you need your CBT result, you need your TB test certificate, you need the police clearance. Yeah, that is the documents that you need, and you take them to Abuja, apply for your visa, and most of the time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, your visa will be out. Then you are ready to travel.
Okay, okay, thank you. So you've not mentioned birth certificates. So how about that?
Birth certificate is part of it. Birth certificate is part of it, but birth certificate is not something that you need to run around before you have. People already have them in their files as we speak. So it's just that day you can go with any other this thing, other certifications, but the core of them all are the ones I've just mentioned, and it's not something you can look for it by the roadside. You need to either pay to get them, or you get them through taking some examinations. So that's why I specifically mentioned them. Yeah. So you could go with all your documents in case anyone that they want, you will be able to produce them.
All
But I
right,
did
all
with
right.
those,
So
the ones I outlined are the core ones.
okay. So is there is the these documents, are they also listed on the visa websites for the UK? You know, so that someone can just look through and be able to know all the documents that will be required?
Yes, yes, yes. Now they are listed. If you go to the UK government website and then select the requirements for coming to the UK as a skilled worker, you check the requirement section and you see a couple of them. And secondly, when you are filling the visa application online, you get to a stage where they will give you a document checklist for you to download before you actually submit your application. So as at
Okay.
that point, you also see the checklist you download and you get them ready before going for your biometric.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's nice. So at this stage, what's the possibility of being denied visa?
It is always very rare. In fact, I've never had a situation where a nurse has passed his English exams, has passed the first part of the professional exams, and has gotten his or TB certificate, police clearance, and international passport, and has gotten a job that the COS has been issued for, and then he or she is being denied visa. It's very rare. I've never heard of any incidents like that.
Okay, okay. So meaning that at this point you shouldn't be scared. You should just just catch the cruise. So okay, that's nice. So now we want to look at the financial involvement in all of this. Of course, you know how the pay package is here in Nigeria as a nurse, and definitely, you know, while trying to immigrate from Nigeria to the UK to work as a nurse, it's not something you could just pull out in in one salary, you know, 1 month salary, and just push the money out and use it to get all your documents ready, take all the exams and all. Of course, they would need to be planning. Probably you might have to save towards the whole process and all of that. So we want to look at the financial involvement. If I want to start the whole process, how much should I be looking at?
All right. So ideally, what I like um, telling my colleagues that are interested in traveling is that you need to plan. It is not really a function of how much you have. It's a function of giving yourself the time to plan and then take one step at a time. So international passport in Nigeria is 40 45,000 depending on the state, but an average I've heard is 45,000. And then the IELTS exams is 82,000 now. And then the CBT exams is around 63,000. The TB certificate is around 57,000. Then your registration with Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK, you need to pay £140, which is equivalent to about 107,000 naira thereabout. Then you need the police clearance, which is about 10,000. So ideally, putting all these things together, it might cost you up to maybe 400,000 to 500,000 before you are able to at least get to the stage where you start thinking about if you be the one to pay for your visa or if the hospital will pay the visa for you. But like I said, if you start the process, okay, this period I want to get my international passport, this period I'm preparing for IELTS, I've been able to raise 80,000, let me take the exams. This period I'm going for my CBT, this period I'm opening accounts with NMC. It's if you give yourself like 1 to 2 years, no matter how mean your income is, you could always scale through. So yeah, it involves some level of financial commitment. But again, it's also a function of good planning.
Okay, thank you
Mm.
so much. So, and also the process of getting these documents and certifications, writing the exam, everything does not come in 1 month. So it means you can make a certain payment for a certain exam this month. The next month you
Yeah.
can plan for another, and
Yeah.
after that you can plan. So you don't need to have the money in block in order to begin the process. Okay, it's just all
Yeah.
about planning, like you said.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, so we want to look at other routes apart from nurses. Which other routes? We have something called occupational shortage lists in the UK. Could you tell us more about that?
Okay, so apart from coming to the UK as a nurse, there are other occupations that are in high demand in the UK. Um, there are a whole lot of them, and I believe we will have a way of passing this information across to you. We have almost all the specialties in the healthcare sector, the medical doctors, the biochemists, we have the microbiologists, we have nurses, we have pharmacists, we have dental technicians, dental therapists, optometrists, almost all the specialties in the health sector are in the occupational list in this country. And then we also have other sectors that are not health related. Uh, they are also in the occupational list. So any course, any specialty that is in the occupational list means that there's a possibility that you could be given a visa to come to the UK to work in that office or in that portfolio. So we'll leave a link in the video
Yeah,
for
yeah. I'll drop the
people to
link.
access. There are a whole lot of routes, and then if you see that your occupation or your specialty is in the shortage list, it means that you are eligible to secure a visa to come to the UK to work. Currently, we have the healthcare assistance route that has been introduced February this year, and a lot of people are actually taking advantage of that particular route. The requirements are not really much. All you need is just your international passport, your English exams, general IELTS in particular, and then you need to do some UK healthcare accredited courses to be able to apply. After which you can apply. So you don't even need to be a nurse or be have any healthcare related certification. All you need to do is get the healthcare accredited courses that has been accredited by the UK government, and then do your IELTS and the rest of get other documents, and you are set to apply. For further information about this, we could provide more context, maybe in a later video or maybe in the description video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
thank you. So
those are the other routes that people can actually explore to come to the UK.
okay, okay. Thank you. So I will drop the link for the occupational shortage list so that you could go through. So whether you are in the healthcare sector or any other sector, if you find your profession or your field of specialization under that shortage list, so of course, that means you're eligible to apply for a job here in Nigeria. And if you are lucky to get it, of course, you'd be on your way to get your visa. So, thank you so much for. We've come to the end of this fireside chat with Emmanuel Linus, and yeah, I believe he has given us all that we need. Yeah, if you're a nurse and you want to go to the UK, it's just very easy. It's just very easy. All you just need is the consistency, the focus, the commitment, the determination, the planning. And with that, I believe you can get in as others have gotten in. So um don't forget to like this video. I'll drop it on my YouTube channel. So you like the video, you subscribe to my channel. For we are going to have more sessions like this. So yeah, of course, do well to write in the comment section, maybe what other niche that you might be interested in that we should, come up with more interview sessions and call up seasoned guests that would give us accurate and on-time information. For example, maybe you're a doctor and you are like, oh, this is for nurses, and you're like, okay, I want to know how exactly can doctors move from Nigeria to the UK to begin to work. Of course, you can drop it on the comment section. As I go through it and I get to see that, oh, it's many people are talking about it, they want to know, I could link up with doctor friends in the UK or any other part of the country that's outside the country that are currently working, in order for them to come up and tell us the processes. And also, we are not limited to the UK. If you want to move to any other country, Australia, Canada, US, to work as a nurse, of course, I would just love to see it in the comment section so that I'll be able to plan more seasoned interactive fireside chats with my guests so that all the information you need, you'll be able to get it and get yourself running. So my email, if you want to get through my guests, you just send me a mail at gradscholar 2021 at gmail.com. You would see it on your screen. So you can send me a mail. You want to get in touch with him for more information, send me a mail, and yeah, always get in touch with me. So I would do well to respond as soon as I see your message. So thank you so much for staying tuned and joining us. And we hope to see you watching more of our videos, liking, subscribing, and sharing it also with your friends. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.